Hey, church family, happy Thanksgiving Eve. I know that's not a thing, but I'm wondering if it should be a thing. How about we scoop out pumpkins right after midnight and we actually make pumpkin pie with pumpkins? Or we crush cranberries, make cranberry sauce that you put on the table. It doesn't have all those little bumps on it. No, I can't let go of that tradition. I really like those little bumps from the can. Happy Thanksgiving Eve and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours tomorrow. We want to in this weekly update, take a few moments to tell you where we're at and to look forward. And with looking forward in mind, stick around for the end of this video because you're going to have this, I think, a fun experience with a quirky quartet of our pastors who are going to paint a picture of where we're headed this Advent season. Yes, Advent. Isn't that crazy? We're here already. This next Sunday is the first Sunday of Advent. And with that in mind, here's your umpteenth reminder. Service time begins at 9:30. We moved our service back permanently to 9:30 a.m. on Sundays. And for those of you who can, a reminder, because more folks are coming back in person and more during the Christmas season, we expect to flow into Lake. That our parking is available at Gateway, one block just south of the church campus on the south side of the freeway. So let's take advantage of that and make sure we're leaving space for others, especially those who've never been to Lake before and they'll have no idea about how to park and where to find stuff. Let's make sure we're leaving them room. Can we do that, Lake? That'd be a great way to serve our community. Well, with the Advent series starting soon, that's the short term. The question more maybe for some of us, especially kind of a family business piece, where are we in the medium term as we go forward? We just celebrated our 125th birthday. We're looking forward to 125 more. Thank you, Pastor Kerwin Manning. But what's it going to look like in the medium term as we move forward in ministry? So I've invited our church chair, Dan Crichton, to join me for this weekly update. And he's going to share some things and we're going to have a little conversation about how we move forward in leadership during this season. So Dan, welcome to our little digital living room.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you just introducing me and giving me an opportunity to speak to the congregation. We are entering a new season at our church, a new interim season, if you will, and just thought it would be really helpful for you to speak to the congregation, give some ideas of what this looks like, where we're headed, and we just see God working, but I want to hear you be able to describe that to the congregation and really give us an idea of how the leadership works, how the teaming works, and where we're headed.
Yeah, Dan, glad to. Really, this has been built on 8 years of practice. Some might remember if they've been around Lake for a little bit of time. I did an interim at the time we called it executive pastor. I did an interim season for about 20 months. During that time, and subsequently when Jeff Matisich was named our lead ministry pastor, from that time forward, we've been working very collaboratively at the senior staff level. And when I say senior staff, that's our staff at church, but that really has grown to very much involve partnership with the ministry council, our congregational leaders who are the division chairs who also sit on the ministry council. We've really grown in this area, something that has been an area that we needed growth in over many years. I look at our team and I see a staff with so many gifted preachers and teachers. I think our congregation might be surprised how many of our team are off doing things like conferences and speaking to other churches and things. It's just a really gifted godly team of leaders. And so particularly with Associate Pastors Chuck Hunt and Janine Smith giving key leadership and shaping around our Sunday morning services, along with myself, and bringing some focus to how we're going to move forward in ministry leadership overall. It really is a solid team. And over the years, as we've become more collaborative, it continues to be a work in progress and will be, especially as we're in some new territory, right? We just need to continue to be honest about that. This is some new unseen territory as we move ahead in the future, but we've been doing this for a while together. So I'm confident by God's strength and grace as we work together that we will see fruitfulness in whatever this season looks like. And even as our team adds additional responsibilities, because we've split it up in many ways, ways. Even as I am as interim lead ministry pastor, I'm adding that onto the outreach department responsibility. So our other team are adding it onto theirs. But because we work together, I'm kind of excited to see how this partnership under ministry council leadership continues to grow.
Yeah, thanks, Scott, and us too. I think we really see a very positive relationship and a really productive one. And as we transition into this new season, I just want to say thanks to you and to the other associate pastors and everyone stepping up really to support our church in this time. I think it's a good reminder, church, that we need to be praying for really the lead ministry team and all that are involved in this transition. And just really lifting them up in prayer. Also, our senior pastor search committee, they've got a really big job. We appreciate what they're doing. They're putting in a lot of time. And so we want to be praying for just the stamina and praying for their meetings and just really God's guidance in this process. So if you would just join us in that, that would be really, really appreciated. And we as a church, we want to just continue to be praying for what God is doing and where he is taking us. We think there's so much that God can be doing at Lake Avenue Church in our future. In a lot of ways, our church is so important to what's going on in Pasadena and our communities and around the world. And so let's be praying for that. And as we go into this Thanksgiving season, just a reminder, 125 years of Lake Avenue Church. Let's be thankful for what God is doing, what God is going to do. For me, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays because it's really a time of reflection. It's really time to pause and to give thanks to God and to recognize and see that all the blessings God gives us each and every day. A favorite verse of mine I'm going to share is 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. It's one that I've brought into this space before with the congregation, but it's really where my heart is often, and that is rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. So this Thanksgiving, as you go in with your families tomorrow, let me just encourage you guys to take a pause, to reflect on what God is doing, to bring in a heart of thanksgiving, and to just be open to what God is going to be doing at Lake Avenue Church in this next year and in this season. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
And Dan, thanks on behalf of our church family. I know when you became our church chair, none of us could have foreseen all that was coming and would be part of our future in so many ways in every area and every domain of life. I'm grateful for the many, many, many hours you have given. And again, as we face honestly the new territory, the unknown space that we're in, confident, as you reminded us, to be people of thanksgiving to God for his grace, his leadership, his companionship. And as we move toward what God has for us in the near term, thinking about Advent specifically, it's a time of expectation. That's what Advent literally means, a time of expectation. It's a season built around expecting a promise, a promise fulfilled, a gift to be given, a gift to be received and unwrapped. So as we think about that, even as we lead into come out of this Thanksgiving time, we look forward to what God wants to do in us and amongst us. So church, we'll see you this Sunday. Don't forget, 9:30. We're at a new time. And stay tuned as we unpack a little bit about what our Advent season is going to look like and be all about. See you Sunday, church.
Hey, church family. Woo! We are so excited for the Christmas season. We can't even hold these presents. Advent starts November 28th, and one of the things I love to do is get themed wrapping paper for the people. Look what I found. Baby shark wrapping paper for my niece. Love it.
I have magical unicorns for my girls.
I'm super sophisticated, as you all know, so I got blingy leopard skin.
Blingy leopard skin is not Christmas, Scott.
No.
It is in some parts of the world. What do you know? I'm the global guy.
Hey, man. It's the season over here.
Okay. What I really want to know, though, guys, is what's in here?
I want to know why he has avocados on his.
Wait. We get to unwrap these gifts later, y'all. It's later. And we're going to unwrap these gifts with you. Each one of these gifts represents 1 week in Advent. And what we're going to do is unwrap hope and peace and joy and love. And the first week on the 28th, we're going to unwrap hope. An opportunity for us to lean into what hope is for us and how we can live it out in the world.
On the 19th of December, I'm going to talk about Mary, how God wrapped her in love and wraps us too.
I get to talk about joy and how it's with us, whether we're in good times or bad.
And I get to represent Matthew John, who's going to unpack peace in a world where we have been lacking peace in so many ways.
Matthew John will also be back for Epiphany. But before that, Christmas Eve. We're going to have an opportunity to pull it all together and hear what God has given us in Jesus, unwrap that gift, and hopefully unwrap it for the world. Come, join us as we celebrate this Christmas season together at Lake Avenue Church.
Can I unwrap this now? I just don't want to wait.
Scott, seriously.
Hey, church family, I'm Pastor Janine Smith, and I'm really excited for what we're doing this Advent season. You just heard us play around, but how excited we are to dive into hope, peace, joy, and love, the gifts that God has given us that we're meant to give out to the world. This Advent season starts November 28th, and that's also the beginning of our 9:30 a.m. worship service. We want you there. Also for Advent, many people engage in devotionals, and we want to help equip you to do that. Family Ministries is helping us do Ann Voskamp's book. And in adult ministries, we're doing the Christianity Today devotionals. You can pick those things up in the lobby, or you can purchase them online. Either way, it's going to be great to dive into those. Throughout the Christmas season, there's different events for your children, so check out Family Ministries and what they're doing that's age specific. But for everyone, we're doing a concert on Sunday, December 12th at 4:30. The concert's called Joy Has Come. And you've got the orchestra, strings, bells, the children's choir, our adult choir, as well as an artist. This is going to be a great, creative, worshipful music experience. Come. And then for Christmas Eve, we're doing a 4 p.m. for families, and then an 8 p.m. for everyone that's a candlelight service. Come. And then on Christmas Day, that Saturday at 9:30, you can come right on back. We're going to be doing a special service really focused on music, lots of different worship music and Christmas music all together. And then Sunday the 26th, we're going to do what we do every Sunday. We're going to worship the risen Lord, and that's at 9:30 in the morning. Church family, we want you to engage in this special season. Don't let all the presents and the food and the wrapping paper and the parties eclipse the gift of God coming near in your life. Join us.